So let's get into it. So reprints. All this trash up till the spell card, I assume. Nothing too interesting in there. Alright, so as per normal, we're going to start from the garbage at the bottom and go the good stuff at the top. So, good stuff last. Alright, first card, we have Overlay Capture. Target one face-up Xyz monster you control, your opponent controls that has Xyz materials, and one face-up Xyz monster you control. Attach all materials from your opponent's monster, and if you do, attach this card to your monster as an Xyz material. Yeah, nah, garbage. You're not using this shit. Like, okay. There's no way you make a deck that's purely made to just beat other Xyz decks. That's just like... It's like playing Buster Blade for Blue Eyes, but worse, because you don't have like DNA surgery or something. Like, your opponent just doesn't play Xyz monsters, this card is useless, so... Some weird, like, side deck card, maybe, but even then, even in tournament play, you can just, like... It's Xyz monsters that counter other Xyz monsters. You can just side an Xyz monster or something. There's no way you just play cards like this. It's just too random. We're not in a fully Xyz meta yet, yeah. Especially things like Blue Eyes does play Xyz monsters, but I don't know. We're not in an Xyz meta really. And even if this box does bring about like an Xyz meta, you wouldn't play stuff like this. It's a normal spell card. It's not even a quick play or anything. It's just a normal spell. Absolute garbage. Like, would you use this over a Karma card? Really? You know? You just wouldn't. Moving on. A ritual spell. Oh, there's a ritual monster in this box. Let's go. This card is used to ritual summon Paladin or Photon Pirate. They have a... Okay. You must also treat monsters from your hand or field whose total levels equal exactly 4. You banish this card from your graveyard, banish monsters from your graveyard whose total levels equal 4, and sort of summon Paladin Photon Dragon from your hand after that. Okay. Well, I have no idea what Paladin or Photon Dragon does, so I guess we can't really do anything with this card until I actually see what the other card does. The ritual spell itself seems pretty good, as just... It's just from hand or field, right? Yeah, and then when it's in the graveyard, you can use it to special summon from hand. So you can use this one spell to ritual summon twice. It's cool as shit. Or you can just mill it and then you can use it for a ritual spell. Cool ass card. What if you use this as like the Lord of D? Just send it to the grave and then just add it to hand. I don't know. Let's do these we have to wait till we actually see what Paladin of Photon Dragon is before we get into this. Seems like a good spell though. Alright, Galaxy Wave. A continuous spell. Each time you exceed... Okay, moving on. Oh, the normal monsters. Alright, this is what I've been waiting for. Fire Kraken. A squid that thrives on fire and heat. Why would you be a squid and on fire? That makes no sense. Don't you spend most of your time underwater? What a pain in the ass. You just keep putting yourself out. It lives in Australia. Yeah, wouldn't surprise me. We do have some interesting creatures. Damn, what a fire card though. This is what I open my mini boxes for, boys. This is the Purgatrio. Oh my, Invoked card? Oh my god. Invoked's got a huge buff. How could they possibly release such a card? Yeah, Aqua Monster. A fire Aqua card. That actually exists. Okay. So if you ever need a fire Aqua Monster, we now have one in the game, so there you go. That's actually a thing that exists. There can't be a single combo that needs that, right? Let's just move on. Alright. Giant Red Sea Snake. Okay. A sea-dwelling snake that attacks passing enemies with its sharp teeth. Ooh. This one's actually an aqua water though, so it makes sense. Dude even has like a little goatee look thing going on here. Hey, whose beard's better, chat? What do you think? The giant snakes or mine? He's got the better beard here. 1800 attack? Whoa. And just so you know, anyone that says the sea snake's getting banned, just for reference. Snake, okay, guys, yeah, all right, dude. Alright. That's it of the normals? Come on, man. That's the most fun part of the video, just making fun of normal monsters. And that's all they're giving us this time? Come on, Konami, step up your normal monster game. That's disappointing. This one even has like a not completely garbage stat line too. Like, come on. Alright. Overlay Sentinel. Cannot be special summoned. Okay. When this card's normal summon, it changes card to defense position. If you control a face-up Xyz monster that has Xyz material, you can banish this card from your graveyard and type one monster your opponent controls. It loses 500. What? What is the point of this? I see 0 point to this. Why does it even have a cannot be special summoned restriction on it? What even is this? For Galaxy? Is this a good card for Galaxy, or looks like complete garbage to me? I don't particularly understand this card. Maybe there's some reason you're playing Overlay Sentinel. You understand later? Okay. I guess we'll understand when we go through the rest of the cards, but this card looks like complete garbage so far, but chat's telling me there's a reason for it later on, so I guess we'll wait till that. Light Serpent. If this card is sent from the hand to your graveyard, you can special summon it from your graveyard. Okay, so this could be some weird ritual summoning thing here. Alright. Not really sure why you'd want to special summon a level 3, but maybe there's some weird combo going on. Another snake? Yes, it is another snake. This card cannot be used as synchro terms, it's just an Xyz card. Alright, so it could be a weird little combo going on here. Not really sure what else it's used for just yet. There's probably easier ways to summon a level 3 right now anyway. Maybe you want a reptile light monster for some reason or something, I don't know. You could just run... There's a bunch of level 3s in the game that just special summon themselves anyway, but maybe you want to have it specifically because you plan to use it with, you know, a ritual spell or something, like you need it for material or whatever, I don't know. It's alright. I'm not really sure what the use of it is yet. We'll have to wait till we see if there's any actual particular combos for this, otherwise there's probably better cards you can use over it. It's not anything too exciting. Alright. Ghostricks are in this box. So we've got Ghostrick Warwolf. Cannot be normal summoned unless you control a Ghostrick monster. Once per turn, you can change this card to face down defense position. When this card is flipped face up, inflict 100 damage to your opponent for each set card on the field. Okay. So just a little bit of burn. Is that actually going to be half to 50 damage though? It's already only 100. They're really going to half that to 50? Oh god. I mean... Sure, I don't... You know, there's no way you're going to play this card, right? Doing 50 damage a turn. Well, a bit more than 50, you have more set cards, but that is nothing. There's just no way. Is it half and 200? I don't think so. Yeah, it's 50, I thought so. There's no way you're going to play a card like that. That is 50 damage. That is nothing. You might as well just run one of those cards that just does like 500 damage. And that'll probably do more damage than this card will ever do. You know? Alright, moving on. We're not going to use this. Unless, of course, for some reason, Ghostricks need a dark zombie thing or some shit. I don't see the reason why you use it. Photon Pirate. You can banish one Photon monster from your graveyard. This card gains 1000 attack until the end phase. Okay. I mean... Unless you specifically need to banish Photon monsters from grave, I don't see the use of this either. It is level 3 light monster, so I assume there's going to be some, based on what we've seen currently, there's going to be some rank 3s in here that need lights. But I don't really see anyone actually using this card unless you specifically have some monster that wants to be banished from the grave or something. But it's only a once per turn effect. Oh no, it's a twice per turn effect. I don't know. 3k attack. 3k attack has to get 2 cards in the graveyard, and that's it. So you'll lose at the end of the turn. You might as well be playing Blue Eyes then. I don't know. I don't like it. Unless there's some reason you're going to want to banish cards from the grave, I don't specifically see this card as very good. Or if we just need a Photon level 3 monster for some reason, because you might need one. I'm not sure. But As far as it is just by itself, it seems pretty garbage. Photon Caesar. When this card is normal flip summon, you can special summon one Photon Caesar from your hand or deck. Oh, so if you can somehow normal summon this guy. Not sure if what happened to all the level reducing skills. Then you can just summon another way from the deck. I mean, I don't think we're going to use this card. I don't see it, but there's just some way to sneak out a normal summon of a massive monster. You can get 2 level 8s out. Xyz summon, obviously. But since it's a normal summon, I don't really think it's going to be used. I assume there's going to be better ways of summoning level 8s in here. There's no way that they release a mini box for these Photon stuff, and this is like our best way of doing it. There's no way. So let's move on, I think. Unless there's just this could be if this is the best way, I'll be shocked. But yeah, there's just no way. I don't even see like any silly combos. I'm not gonna think of the top of my head that can just give you a free normal summon of a level 8. Like even the skills would be pretty bad for it because most of the skills that will just reduce the levels. You can't even exceed with it anyway. So. You summon 2 Photon tokens. That might be a pretty cool spell. I'm not sure if it's in this box though, but yeah. Moving on, there's probably better ways of summoning it. Photon Circle. Any battle damage you take from battles including this card is halved. What? I don't see a purpose for this. Unless you need a Photon level 4, that's the only reason. Otherwise, cards could be useless. Unless you want a Photon level 4. Photon Leo, level 6. When this card is normal summoned, you can have your opponent shuffle their entire hand into their deck, then draw the same number of cards as they shuffled into the deck. When this is normal summoned, oh man, why'd that just ruin it? This card would be really amusing if they didn't. Man, why it gotta be when it's normal summoned though? That could be a really amusing card. Not really sure it would have been used, but considering like most turn 1s in Duel Links are just unload your hand past turn, leave 1 card in hand so you can discard it with a karma card. So there's not really there's no point when your opponent searches something and then you can use this, so I don't know. It doesn't really cut Thunder Dragon because Thunder Dragon, again, they're not really going to have much in their hand after their first turn, or you're dead if they go second, so I don't know. As it kind of fucks with Thunder Dragon a bit. Shuffle that Kite right into the deck. Yeah, we're not going to use this anyway, just because it's normal summon. If it was special summon, they might have some weird use with it. Summon it during your opponent's turn, that'd be pretty amusing, but nah. Not with the normal summon. Unless, of course, you want a level 6 Photon. I'll keep saying that every time we see a Photon monster with a weird level. Alright. When this card is normal or flip summoned, you can add 1 Photon Saber target from your deck to your hand. If you do not control another Photon Saber target, this card loses 100 attack. Okay. So there's a lot of interesting things with cards like this, because they generally tend to get, in Duel Links anyway, they tend to get random bits of abuse here and there. Cards that are able to search for copies of themselves. It's unlikely it's going to be used here, but it does search for another copy of it, so it ends up giving you a lot of resources to use for discarding crap or whatever. For example, you can use this to search for another Photon, and then you have the 2 resources to use for like this or something. You know, so it just can give you 2 light monsters. So there could be some really silly combo you can do with this or something. It's not likely it would use it, considering obviously it uses your normal summon. It doesn't really have any special summon effects once you've got 1 in your hand or anything, but there's a lot of random times where we use cards that give you resources to discard. So, you never know. I wouldn't write this card off fully yet. Like, it itself just gives you 2 light monsters you might want to use for this or something. I don't know. It's not likely though. It's not likely we use it. There's probably better cards in here. You never know, boys. You never know. Alright. Twin Photon Lizard. 2 Photon monsters. They have a fusion monster? It's like, okay. I thought this was between Xyz box. What is this shit? You can tribute summon this card. Special summon from your graveyard. Both of the fusion monsters use the fusion summon? What? What an interesting card. What am I looking at? I don't even know how to feel about this. What is this thing? Huh. What is this? There be some like I can think of some like weird, silly combos you could do with such a thing, where like you use like when I was speaking the level duplication skills or things like this, where you use like the level reduction skills, so you can normal summon this, summon the other one. Now their levels are not equal, so you can fusion summon into this, then tribute it, bring them both out again, and the levels will be equal again. So you can fix levels with it. So it's kind of amusing. Use 2 Fiendish Chain monsters to fuse it out. And then you can tribute it to then bring them out so it wouldn't be Fiendish Chained or whatever. I don't know. Not really sure we're going to use it, but I find it kind of amusing. Can you fusion the fusion and make it infinite loop? I mean, I don't know how many polymerizations you have, plus this doesn't go back to the extra deck or anything, it just goes to the graveyard. Yeah, not really sure what we're going to use this for, but we'll have to wait and see the rest of the cards. There might be some really silly combo with it. I doubt it, but there might be. I get a lot of these cards like we have no idea about, so I see the rest of the box, I guess. It just seems really silly. I love the idea of the card though, it just seems super silly. Alright, moving on from the normals. Alright. This is a reprint, right? These are all reprints, I believe. Yeah, start the traps. Alright. Butterfly Oak. When an opponent's monster declares an attack, target the attacking monster, change that target to defense position. If you do, equip this card to that monster. Once per turn during other player's main phase, you can change the monster's battle position. We don't use battle traps anymore. Wall of D is like completely phased out of any kind of meta relevancy. You just use actual disruption traps now, not battle phase traps. You won't use this. No way. Plus, I think I'd prefer to run a Wall of D over this anyway. So. No, I feel like I see cards like this every single box opening, so I don't think I need to go through every single box review, so I don't think I need to go through these battle traps again. I was going to just say, it's a battle trap, we're not using it. There's no point. We're no longer battle trap, you know, meta. Target one face up bounds a monster you control. This turn it cannot be targeted by the card effects or be destroyed by battle. This turn if an opponent's monster declares if an opponent's monster attacks, it must target that monster for an attack if it's still on the field. So unless you desperately need them to target your monsters, you won't use this either. Because this is one of those things where it says you cannot target this card, but that means your opponent can just chain to it to target, right? So your opponent can just chain to it. If your opponent's already targeted the card and you activate this, it won't negate the target. So that there's very few uses for this. Yeah. You have to use this before your opponent uses a monster effect or something. That's about the best you got. And hope their monster isn't a quick effect, because this ain't helping you against back row. It's the same as those, I forgot what the dress card is, I'm pretty sure. The one dress card we don't use, because there's, like, no point in it. Yes, the only reason this card isn't used is because of its cannot be targeted effects. Like, we don't care about that kind of stuff. Your opponent can just chain to it, so it doesn't work. The only use of this card is that it can't be destroyed by the card effects, so it's obviously more useful, but we don't use this over things like Lance or whatever because targeting effects are a waste of time. People just chain to it, don't do anything. But yeah. So unless bouncers need monsters to attack them for their abilities to work and there's no other way to get them to do it, then I don't know. So let's move on. Luminize. When an opponent's monster declares an attack, target the attacking monster and negate the attack, and when face-up light monster control gains attack equal to that target attacks in your end phase. Nope, we don't care. Moving on. Again, battle trap, don't care. Exceeds double back, so a quick play spell. During the turn, face-up Exceeds monster you control was destroyed. If you control no monsters, target one Exceeds monster in your graveyard that was destroyed this turn, and one monster in your graveyard that would attack less than or equal to the Exceeds monster, special summon these targets. But they are destroyed during the end phase? God. Yeah, no, I don't see this being useful either. This is not a, like, unless you have like an Exceeds monster that likes being destroyed, or an Exceeds monster that can't be destroyed or something, so when it comes back they actually live, I don't really see the point in this, especially considering the Exceeds monster won't have any material on it either, right? So I don't really see much use in this at all. If you want to have a card that stops you dying, just run a Kite or something. I don't see why you'd use this. It's another form of storm if you have Mary Shields. You might as well use Kite if you can do that. You know? And it's not like we even have a main phase too. It's not like you can use this during your turn, kill off your monster, bring the stuff back, and then use the resources for something, you know? So you just have to bring them back, swing them in again, that's about it. If it didn't work the first time, not sure why you'd expect it to work the second time. Yeah, so not a huge fan. I don't think we'll use this. Photon Trident. Target one face-up Photon monster control until the end phase. It gains, oh, so this is a quick play, 700 attack. And if it attacks the defense monster, inflict piercing damage to your opponent. When it inflicts battle damage to your opponent this turn, you can target one spell or trap card on the field, destroy that target. Okay, so if Photons turn out to be an OTK deck, they can OTK through defense position. I can see a small use for this, purely because I noticed when I looked at the Kite skills that are coming out, that there's going to be a Kite skill that allows you to take one of your Photon monsters in hand, put it back in the deck, and then grab a spell out. So you could potentially use that to add the one copy of this to hand if it's like some weird OTK thing. Otherwise you won't use this, because the only reason you'd use this is for the piercing damage. Yeah, Kite has like an onamat play kind of skill, but for spell monster cards it's going to come out, so I can see a small use for this. Maybe if there's some reason you want to have the piercing damage in your deck and there's a high chance of OTK through defense position, maybe you'd use it. Otherwise, it's probably not going to be used. But with that skill, maybe one copy, maybe. Or even if there's like a search in here or something, I don't know, no idea. But if it's not searchable, you won't use it, because it's a pretty garbage card by itself. Alright, moving on. Galaxy Storm, quick play. Target one face-up Exceeds monster on the field that has no Exceeds material, destroy that target. What? Alright. So unless for something like this card, unless you have like an Exceeds monster that likes being destroyed, why would you use this? You're planning to use some of your opponent's monsters? Like, they've already gotten their Exceeds effects off, so I don't know, we're not going to use this. Just use the Kite skill to search for Galaxy Cyclone? Or is that, I thought it only searched for Photon spells, not any spell. Or is it search for Galaxy like a Galaxy card? If it searches for a Galaxy card, that's actually cool as shit. You can search for Galaxy Cyclone. That'd actually be really cool. It actually searches for Galaxy spells? So you could search Galaxy Cyclone with a new skill? Oh, that sounds so good. Hell yeah. Damn, that sounds like a good skill. Alright. Let's go. Dude, you could run literally one copy of like a Galaxy Cyclone and you'll like always have it in opening hand if you want it. That's so cool. Either way, we're here to talk about the new box, right? We're not here to talk about new skills, right? Quit with these distractions. Even though I brought up the skill first. Alright, moving on. Blue Mountain Butterspy. Alright. Cannot be normal summon set. When you normal summon a warrior monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. Cannot be used single material. So we've had a few cards that are like this released already. Like we already have like a lizard thing that already summons itself if you normal summon any kind of monster. And this one requires specifically a warrior. So it sounds kind of garbage to me. Unless you like its attributes, like a Dark Warrior or something. Because you already have like a lizard that does this for any card, not just, you know, warriors. So not really sure we'd ever use this card. Probably not. Not a huge fan anyway. Alright. Do Swordsman. So there's actually some do stuff in here. Didn't put that in the title, didn't notice. Oops. Okay. While this flip summon card is face up on the field, it gains 3,500 attacks as we flip summon, right? When this card is flipped face up, you can target with 2 face up monsters on the field, destroy them. Ooh! What a cool card. I don't think it's going to be very good, but... Is there some way to cheat this out? If you could cheat this out, that'd be cool as shit. That's actually a really cool card. I love the design of it. There is a way to cheat it out? The card next to it? Alright, have a look at the card next to it. As someone told me, there must be a... Let's see what it is. This card is normal special summon. You special summon one do monster from your hand, attack position, or face down defense position. Ooh, so you use this. You can put this card in defense position. You can use onamat play to search these, right? The onamat play skill can search these. You make this a really easy combo if it does. You can? Hell yeah! Because what's the what's the card voice? The World Legacy. It's a World Legacy trap, right? It's on. You tell one face down monster you control, change it to face up attack position. So you use fucking this trap card. It's like playing Subterra. You can use this trap card to flip this boy up, pop 2 things during your opponent's turn, and get a 3,500 attack monster. That is so cool. I'm still going to give this a try. It'll probably be too bad for a video, but I'm going to give it a try anyway. That sounds so funny. Oh, it doesn't flip summon? Oh, so it doesn't work? Oh, man. So we'll get the destruction effect, won't get the... Oh, so we won't get the flip summon effect, but we'll get the destruction effect. Okay, I see. Damn it. It was nearly cool as shit. It still does pop 2 though, that is true. I mean, you might as well be playing Subterra at that point anyway, but I love the idea of it. That's some really silly little cards. This is it's one of those cards that I'm impressed with Konami's design with, just because it looks like a fun card to play. Even if it's not good, it looks like fun. There's what I like to see. I like fun cards as well. So just put it in a Subterra deck. Yeah, just chuck it in there. He'll be right. Here's some cool stuff. Now, is there any actual use for this card if we pretend this card doesn't exist? Is there an actual use for this card? When this card's on the inside of someone, do monster from your hand. Oh, so you can really just use this with other do stuff for an Xyz anyway. I'm not really sure what the other do-dos are. I kind of forgot. So, I'm not really sure if there's particularly a combo you want to use with this. What do we got? It's only do-do, right? Only do-do, so... Do-do-do. Driver? Oh, so you can use it with driver, so then driver can buff it, buff itself. Make a level 5 or a level 4. Oh, that's the only... No, I've got a couple others. I don't see any other particular combos. There might one coming out. I see another card here that I think's in the box, so I'll wait till later on to see if it has a combo with that. We'll see. Yeah, not particularly sure we'd use this. Currently, the Onomatopoeia deck is already like really consistent. Like if you want to play Onomatopoeia right now, it's already like really good and consistent. The main issue with it is just there wasn't really powerful enough Xyz monsters to carry the deck. But if you wanted to get out the like full-on Xyz combo, you can do it anytime you like, just because your skill is insane. The skill is probably like the best skill ever released in Duel Links. You can just get rid of any card in your hand, bring out any card in your deck, you search for whatever you like, just from a skill. It's super sick. So yeah, there's no problem with consistency there. So any of these cards that are released have to be better than like the really good cards we already have. So skill's 100% getting hit after KC. I think the skill won't get hit until it's actually like... until the deck becomes a super big problem. Like we saw it top a KC Cup recently, but if there's no Onomatopoeia like uprising that comes out of this, then yeah. That's not Oh, that's what I'm saying? Just wait. Yeah, it will get hit eventually. Because it's literally just, it's just the best skill ever released. It's ridiculous. Other than maybe, I don't know, the level reduction skill was probably a bit busted that used to exist. That one was a little bit of a interesting one. I don't know. Cool. Anyway, moving on. We've spent enough of these cards. Ghostrick Jingshi? I don't know. Looks cute as hell though. Cannot be normal summoned unless you control a Ghostrick monster. Once per turn, you can change this card to face down in defense position. When this card is face up, you can add from your deck to your hand one Ghostrick monster from whose level is less than equal to the number of Ghostrick monsters you control. Okay, so level 2 like minimum. Are any Ghostricks that are even level 2 or are they all level 3? That'd be kind of hard otherwise. Oh, there are level 2s, okay. So they've got a searcher. How easy is it to get 2 Ghostricks out on the board on turn 1? Like to use this as like a searcher? So I know how Ghostrick works. Is it easy to get 2 Ghostricks out? Like on turn 1, like you just summon one, summon this dude or whatever. Or does it really need like 2 normal summons for it? So I don't know if there's any specials or anything coming up. No. Yeah. Similar to Subterra? I mean, Subterra is super easy. If it's similar to Subterra, it would be really easy. But now's a trap. Still a lot missing. Alright. It's kind of what I would gather was happening. I don't think this card's going to be very useful yet, because I don't think there's any ways to just kind of easily summon them out. Psychic Water should be working. I mean, I'm not sure what you mean by that, dude. This card can't be summoned unless you control a Ghostrick monster. So I'm talking you have a Ghostrick out on the board, you summon this dude. Is there a way to even do that? Like, do we even have like a Ghostrick that allows you to summon another Ghostrick or something? Because otherwise, like, I don't see the point of this card unless you can just easily get out 2 on 1 turn. So like slow decks that like take 2 normal summons to set up seem really bad. Yeah, I like that it's a searcher. It'd probably be useful in the future if there's any like decent Ghostrick support. And there might be some remaining in this box. We haven't seen the rest of the cards, but if this is all we're getting, this won't change Ghostricks. I think they're still going to be terrible. Searcher's nice though, so if you're a Ghostrick fan, I know there's at least one person in the chat that's a Ghostrick fan. There's a searcher for you. Alright, so here's the ritual monster. Let's see if the ritual monster is any good. You can ritual summon this card with Luminous Dragon Ritual, which is this one down here. You can tribute this card to special summon 1 Galaxy Ice Photon Dragon from your hand or deck. Okay, so just bring out your big boy from deck, which I assume the name is the big boy up here. It is now. Okay, when this card destroys the opponent's monster by battle since the graveyard, draw 1 card. Alright. So if you want an easy way to summon out Photon Dragon, you have this dude. And keep in mind, these guys are going to be working with the skill too. So the skill will be able to easily search for these if you want them, so I don't know. I'm no idea if this card's going to be like super usable though, just because it depends on how easy it is to summon this guy. We'll go through him later on when we get to him, but if this is the easiest way to summon him, it'll be useful. Otherwise, we'll use something else. Oh, you can't search the ritual spell? Oh, it doesn't have, you're right, it doesn't have Photon or the other one in it. You can at least search the monster, so it's better than nothing. Alright. Not sure how usable this is. We'll have to wait and see what the actual boss monster is, if there's an easier way to summon the boss. Because if this is the easiest way to summon it, you'll probably use it, but if there's an easier way, you'll probably go for that option. Because this seems like a long, convoluted way of summoning Photon Dragon. Oh, so the skill only trades monsters, so it doesn't do vice versa. Okay. setting up because they know how good onomatopoeia was. So can they search spells? Okay. Well, thank you for informing me, chat. Yes, I'm not sure about this one. I have to wait till we see if there's an easier way to summon the boss. I'm not super sure on it. Not super keen. It seems like an awful lot of resources to summon the boss when it might be a lot easier to summon than that. It's also like technically a searcher for it too, like if you need the Photon Dragon for a specific combo or something. I don't know. Yeah, Master of Right's the thing as well. I think I'll wait and see in this one. I'm not super sure on it yet. Photon Exandra Queen. 2 level 4 butterspy monsters. Right. You can attach one of these material from this card, return all monsters on the field to hand, then inflict thrown into each. Ooh! Return all monsters to hand for butterspies. Have we seen many butterspies yet? We saw this one, which is a reprint from somewhere. And then there was this one. So you summon this, succeed summon. Is there any other butterspies in here? Another one down here. A lot of reprints actually. Alright, I mean, I'm not really sure we're going to make an entire butterspy deck because this card is in the game, but 150 damage. Alright, we don't care too much about the damage it's doing. We care more about the fact that it's returning everything to hand. Not everything, just all monsters. If it returned all back row as well, that'd be kind of funny, but yeah. It's a usable card, but obviously the fact that it's only limited to like butterspy as a deck, it's probably not going to be used because I don't think butterspy has enough stuff. Then again, if there's a lot of reprints in here, maybe there's a lot of old butterspy cards I'm forgetting about or something, but I don't remember them. Look at like these things. I don't know. This is not enough resources to make a deck. This is not enough. I don't think. I guess you can make some just random like rank 4 toolbox thing out of this that includes this card, but you just run the rest of them. But I don't think we're going to be making a deck out of this. Yeah, nah. Alright, moving on. I think this is a wait and see for later on, I think. Alright. Photon Papillo Operative, or some shit. 2 level 4 monsters. Once per turn, you can attach 1 exceed material from this card and target 1 defense position monster on the field, change it to face up attack position. If you do, it loses 600 attack. Well, so is this card the reason this card exists, I guess? This one that changes battle position or something? Where was it? I don't even know where it was. I don't even care. It was bad. Yeah, I'm not really sure. I guess it only takes 2 level 4s, so it's technically generic. Not really sure what you're targeting though to put in attack position. Wind-ups? I mean, you technically use it to flip your own monsters, I guess. Wind-up loop. Is there some loop with this? That'd be really sick. It does flip your own monsters. Oh, so this is some card that's used on wind-ups for some random loop. Wind-up rat is better though. Wind-up. Alright, this is a special summon from... I see, so you can use it to lead with rat. Seems a bit too hard to pull off like all that shit in one turn though. Especially considering you'd have this on board at the end as like one of your like finishing pieces, I don't know. Don't think I'm going to be using this, I don't think so. It's interesting though that it can use the wind-up cards, I guess, but I don't see that any other... Like, you're not going to be using this as one of your generics you just stuff in your deck unless you're using it for comboing with your own cards, I'd imagine. Alright, moving on. Hammer Shot. Destroy one face-up attachment monster with the highest attack. So, non-target, but still destruction. Also important to note, this isn't your opponent's, right? So this can actually kill your own monsters if you have a big one out. Not a quick play too. So, we're not using this. You're just not using this. You're not going to play a non-quick play removal. I would take the card that stops you drawing every day over this card. It's obviously not completely terrible, because it's non-target, I guess. It's just a destroy thing. But it's completely useless turn 1. Like, if you're going first, you can't use this at all. If it was a quick play spell, it'd be fantastic, but it's not a quick play, so I think it's just not going to be usable. Not terrible. It's like a free source of removal, I guess. More people that don't have cards that are better than this already, but yeah. Or maybe if you have a deck that you want to destroy your own monster with, maybe this is good in that. So that's another use for it. Like if you happen to have a card that likes to be destroyed, like Fire King or something, and you can use this on turn 1 to destroy your monster on board and whatever. It's another way of destroying cards. That's also like a weird use for it, I guess. But as like a removal source, I think there's just better ones in the game than this. It doesn't help you going 1 at all. I just use quick play removal over this. More you battle farm deck cards. Yeah, alright. There's the use for it. Alright, well, yeah, moving on. United we stand. The equipped monster gains 800 attack and defense for each face-up monster you control. Right. We don't really care about this, I assume. I don't think we care about equipped spell buffing cards. Outside of that weird deck where you summon that one monster that's immune to trap cards. You just stuff a bunch of equipped spells on it. If anyone knows what silly deck I'm talking about that exists. Oh, it's a reprint? Yeah, we've already got this. Oh, we actually do already have this in the game, you're right. Yeah, we already don't use this, it's just garbage. This is actually in a selection box? My god. Yeah, moving on. Do Wharf, go love? Okay. What the hell is that for a name? During your main phase, you can special summon one Zubaba, one Gaga monster from your hand. If you control a Go or Duel monster except whatever, while this card is in your graveyard, you can special summon this card, but banish it when it leaves the field. You unuse each fate. Wait, you can use this for an Exceed summon, then you can detach it, then special summon it if you summon like a Go. Oh, that sounds cool. Oh, that sounds cool. That's actually like a combo extender. Damn, this card might make the list, boys. Oh, I like this card. Yeah, I like this card. Plus it's searchable with the skills. You don't even have to get too many copies of this with your... If you get one copy of this, you can still play the deck, because you can just use the skill to search for it. As if Gagaga and Do isn't good already. Yeah, true. I think that's my main concern with seeing cards like this, is that the deck is already like extremely consistent in how it sets up and everything. So it doesn't particularly need more resources like this. It probably needs better extra deck stuff. But, you know, it can't help. It can't hurt to add this, you know? It can't at least hurt. I'll probably give it a try at least. Especially considering the skill allows me to only get... Like, if I go through this box, I only get one copy of this. I can still make a new Onomatopoeia deck video out of it. Just because I can have this in opening hand whenever I want it. The skill is that insane, so... I'll probably give it a shot. Not sure if it'll actually improve the deck too much. It'll probably just keep it exactly where it is, because it's already like... It's at the stage where I think it just needs better extra deck, rather than better ways of summoning its monsters. It already ends up with a pretty solid board. It even has like a negate on board or something, so I mean... I don't know. This seems really good though. It's obviously a really good card. Don't get me wrong, it's obviously a good card, and you should probably be at least trying it when it comes out. Alright, another one, okay. Gagahead. If your opponent controls a monster and you control no monsters, you can normal summon this card without attributing as a level 4 monster. When this card is... Oh, so that's your opponent controls a monster? Okay. Also, keep in mind, that kind of an effect with the skill is insane, considering if you get this going first, you can shuffle it back into the deck. If you don't get it going second, you can add it to your hand. So the effect is basically nullified. If your opponent doesn't have a monster, just put it back in the deck, draw something else. So moving on, we won't get to the effect now. When this card is normal summon, you can target up to 2 Gagaga monsters in your graveyard, except Gagahead, special summon them. So you have to get 2 in the graveyard already. Okay. Was the special monster this turn except for Xyz monsters that uses only Gagaga monsters material. An Xyz monster that was summoned using this card on the field as Xyz material gains this effect. If Xyz summon, draw 1 card. Ugh. Essential effects seem really like... It seems like such a good... It's like a card you can just run as a one-off. It's like super good follow-up. If your board gets wiped, you can just summon this guy and basically get a full board again. It's probably gonna be like a one-off card, right? Like it's an insane recovery card. And the fact that that deck can't brick, because your opening hand, if you get this in opening hand where it's completely garbage and unusable, you can just put it back in the deck. That sounds really good. Like you can remove this brick from your hand whenever you want it, and then when you draw any point after you've already done your first Xyz summon, it's really good. So it might be just good as a one-off. Unless of course we're after some kind of level 6 combo, where you want to use this anyway. Something like, it seems like an insane one-off, I think. I think that's what I'll use it for. God, the skill makes all these cards seem so good though. Fuck, that skill is broken. Oh damn, I'd love to give these cards a try. I'm not, like I said though, I think it's got the same issues with this card, where it's like, the deck already kind of has a way of spamming out the board super easily. I'm not sure it needs better recovery, I'm pretty sure it just needs a better extra deck, but we'll see. Maybe this card will be enough to tip it over the edge. It did like win a KC card recently, so the deck is good, it's just... Yeah, I'm not really sure if it's top tier or whatever. I don't know if these cards necessarily push it over the limit. We'll have to wait and see. They are insane cards though. Alright, Photon Vanquisher. Cannot be normal summoned or set. Must be special summoned from hand where you control a Photon or Galaxy monster. Okay. Cannot attack this turn it is special summoned. You can only special summon 1 Photon Pirate once per turn. If this card is special summoned, you can add 1 Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon from your deck to your hand. A Searcher, let's go. Okay, what's it got after that? An Xyz monster that was summoned using this card on the field as material gains this effect. Banish any monster destroy a battle with this card. So it's a Searcher that gives the Xyz monster an effect. Ooh, I like it. I'm liking this card. Yes, boys, yes. Okay. Level duplication can be used on it to make it a level 8 if you need it for some reason. Like you add the Photon monster to hand, make it a level 8. Like the no banish effect is like a bonus effect. It's the fact that this card can at least search too. That's really cool. Yes, yes, yes. Give it to me. Give it to me. I'm liking it. 3 times, yes? Probably a 3 times. I've completely forgotten what the effect of this card is, so we'll have to wait till we get to it to discuss whether or not the deck's actually going to be good enough as a deck, but it's cool, it's cool. The fact you have a search for it is cool anyway. Alright, moving on. Obviously cool card, not much else needs to be said about it. Photon Lizard. You contribute this card, add 1 level 4 Aloft Photon monster from your deck to your hand. Okay. So add just any Photon. I can see some weird uses where like you normal summon this, you summon this with a special summon, you contribute this off for a search for something else, like another one of these or something. Well, this is only once per turn. I think it was. Adds Thrasher? Is Thrasher coming up? Or is it... Oh, it's Thrasher. Okay, we'll talk about that in a sec then. So, I assume there's like some actual proper uses for this, other than just what I just mentioned, where you can end up having this like your normal summon instead, and this could be search for someone else. Alright, so it is still a search. Not really sure how useful it'll be until we go through Thrasher. Chat is all spamming me that it's used with Thrasher, so we'll go through that in a sec. But I think we'll wait till Thrasher to compare this card. It does seem like an alright card though. It's just a search for something. And if you can combo out a special summon somehow and then just do your other stuff, it just becomes a search card and it's really good. The fact it does might take your normal summon and also tributes itself does have a pretty nasty downside, so there's a good chance you won't end up using it anyway. But we'll see. I have to wait and see what the other cards do, I think. Number 70. Malevolent Sin. Alright, so 2 level 4 monsters. Is an insect. Once per turn, you can attach one exceeds 0 from this card and target one monster your opponent controls. Banish it until your opponent's next standby phase. Okay, is that a level 4 banish removal? Ooh. Combo it with the skill that removes banished cards. You've got yourself a banished removal source there. And in damage step, if this card attacked, you can make this card gain 200 attack, and if you do, increase its rank by 3. Well, I mean, it's just a good card, right? It's just a generic rank 4. It's generic. That can remove an opponent's monster. It's just a rank 4 removal source. You can put this in Onomatopoeia and it'll probably still do alright. Now, there's a lot of restrictions on Onomatopoeia. Like, this card, for example, has a restriction, but... Why increase rank? No idea why you want to increase the rank. Not sure why you'd want to, but it does do that. I don't know. It's rather exceeds monsters we don't have. I mean, it puts it in the range of that Gaia card, of the Gaia monster, if you for some reason want to summon Gaia over the top of this. It's for number 77? Oh, okay. But anyway, this card there's a very good chance this will be used in just any deck that can summon level 4s. You can just run this card as a way to remove an opponent's monster, so you can swing for lethal. It is literally just to remove a monster. That's pretty sick. We don't have any level 4s that currently do something like this. I don't think. We have one that turns face down. It's like the best we got level 4s. So this card has a very good chance it'll be used. And like I said, there's that really silly skill that exists. I forgot what the name of it is, but it's that... What's the name of it, chat? Someone will know. Oh, there it is. Mind of the Planner. Send all your opponent's banished cards to another dimension. So, I'm not really sure you'd want to use this as a combo, but you can summon this, banish a card, and Mind of the Planner, it's gone. It doesn't come back, so... Probably not a combo you're actually going to use, but it's cool that it exists. And moving on, this card's pretty nuts. Anyway, Steel Swarm Roach. So, another Steel Swarm monster, alright. 2 level 4s. During either player's turn, when a level 5 or higher monster will be special summoned, you can attach one exceeds 0 from this card, negate the summon, and if you do, destroy. Is this generic? Oh, it's generic. Oh, it's a generic. It's not even... We don't care that it's a Steel Swarm. It's generic, dude. Dude, I was hoping Onomatopoeia might not be good enough because it doesn't have enough good extra deck cards, but if you can somehow include these in Onomatopoeia before using their like summoning restrictions, because there's a ton of restrictions in there, I believe. There's like any other like any level 4 spam deck just got so much better. Like any level 4 spam deck can now use this as like a solid turn 1. And you just have a way to like stop your opponent really playing the game. That's so good. Counterthon. It counters so much actually. Wait, no, once per turn? Wait, really? Oh, it's not a once per turn? Oh damn! Why is this an SR not an ultra rare? Hello? This card's nutty. Wait a minute. Hello? What the? What is this card? Damn, this card is good. Alright, well, any of those like level 4 decks that exist, like what's it called? I was looking at them the other day. Fuck. I've already forgotten them. But there's so many just like random level 4 decks you can just stick this in now just for the lols. Oh, it's Hunters? Hunter? Hunter? Is it Hunter? Bro Hunters or some shit? Yeah, these dudes. Just like these random level 4 spam decks that exist. These cards have got infinitely. These decks actually just got like slightly more viable, you know? I'm loving it. Obviously, 1900 attack, so it doesn't take a whole lot to beat over it. But I don't think many decks have a 2000 attack and normal summon level 4 monster in there. Only counters inherit summon like alternative white dragon? What do you mean? Negates the spell? Does this just negate any kind of special summon? Like if someone tries to synchro summon into a Bryanak, does it just negate destroy? Negate the summon? It cannot negate fusion summons. Okay. So is that just mostly, is fusion summon the only real inherent like counter though? Because we don't really care too much about fusion anyway. It can't negate white stone summon. Oh, so there's a bunch of just random summons it can't negate, huh? Rituals too. So any card that brings out a monster as an effect. Oh god, this is gonna be so. This is gonna confuse my brain. This is a new mechanic in Yu-Gi-Oh! I haven't come across yet. This effect can only negate a special summon that does not start a chain link. Okay, that makes a lot of sense, I think. I think I just play around with it for a bit. I think that makes a lot of sense though, the way Brad put it. So I think I get it for the most part. I think. Still a really good card though, because it stops shit like Leviathan and any normal synchro summon. Yeah, alright. So they stop to special summon themselves. Stuff the special summon via card effects, it doesn't stop. So basically just stops things that summon themselves. That's just it. And that's very important information to know though, because I had no idea about that till now. So that's cool. It's a really weird interaction too. You get so many interesting interactions in it. Thank God I played the virtual card game, not the IRL one. I would be cheating all the goddamn time. It's still really good though. That doesn't make the card bad or anything. It's still really good. This negates like any synchro summon. It negates Leviathan here. It negates just anything like alternative eyes trying to summon itself. It negates all that crap. So yeah. Alright, moving on. We've already gone through this. It's a good card. It's insane. It's popping off. Really sick card. Any level 4 Xyz deck will probably have this card in the extra deck. Maybe even multiple copies. I don't know. It seems really good. Alright. Alright. 2 level 3 monsters, ghostrick, Alucard. Monsters your opponent your opponent controls cannot target face up ghostrick monsters or any face down defensive monster for attacks except this one. Okay. Attach one seed on this card and target one set card your opponent controls, destroy that target. So you can use it to pop back row. Okay. You can use the effect of ghostrick once per turn. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can target one other ghostrick card in your graveyard at top to hand. So we've already discussed ghostrick. Basically, there's no way this deck is currently playable with the stuff they've got. So I don't think this is same, no exception. The deck's still going to be garbage. But as just as a generic pop face down back row removal card for any deck that uses level 3s, it might be okay. And it's set card only back row, but I specifically said it targets back row. That's what I meant. Is it generally going to be used on back row removal? That's what I meant from it. That's what I see this card as. I don't really... If I see like it can target like the face down white stone, that's like the only time there's a set card on the board. Or if you floodgate trap hole something, like Canadi or something, but... Yeah, like Magnet or something. Like you put a Kappa next to that, but Magnet decks might not even run this, just because they have a bunch of level 3s. If they want to exceed into this, why not? So it just helps level 3 toolbox a lot. I don't think it'll help ghostrick at all though. So any level 3 toolbox deck, they might just stuff this in there for the back row removal pop. Magnets might even actually just be like... Actually, there's like, yeah, Magnets already got the card that removes back row, right? They already got like the lockdown one too, so it might have been like... Yeah. Lockdown with taunt. Let's not talk about the silly lockdowns where you just have 2 monsters that have like the taunt effects on them. I just need to stop saying taunt, it's a half-tone fucking term, but whatever, I give up. You know, I don't care about this. It's just going to be like a rank 3 toolbox card. That's the only time you're going to see it. It's not going to be used in ghostrick, because ghostrick isn't going to be a deck that exists. Alright, Photon Strike Bowser. Okay, 2 level 6 monsters. Once per turn, during either player's turn, when a monster effect is activated on your opponent's side of the field, you attach 1 exceeded 2 from this card, negate the effect. Is this another negate but for Thunder Dragon? Does this just take over the place of the other guy? Wait, does it just take over any deck that was currently using the other level 6? Is this forward focus gone, boys? Have we deleted forward focus from the game? An infinitely better forward focus, by the way? Holy fuck, even Thunder Dragon got a buff from this box. God damn. Not to mention, Onomatopoeia can summon level 6 really easily too. Dude, is there a way Onomatopoeia can get this guy and this guy out on turn 1? Is that actually a combo that can happen? Someone do the math right now. Is that a combo that could happen? We can get both of these out in 1 turn. That is a combo? Oh dear, that deck just got... Whew. Oh my god. The game for a monster effect and you can't special summon. Fucking oath. Turn 1 is ridiculous now. Shit, dude. Oh, okay, that's what you meant by the skill's gonna get nerfed? Holy shit. Well, we know what... fuck, that's gonna be like the best turn 1 in Duel Links, right? What deck beats fucking... And negate, I guess the deck that beats it was the I don't even know, fusion decks. Good fusion decks that summon a beat stick. That is ridiculous though. Holy shit. Hammer shot count, is it true? Hey, unironically, people might start running cards like this. I think it's more likely they'd use the how do I forget the names of all these cards? You guys know the one I'm talking about. The spell that destroys a monster, stops you drawing a card. It's more likely we'd use something like that. Book of Moon is very likely to be a card that becomes extremely more relevant. Because Book of Moon says, hey, that's a face-up negate card. Let's just make it stop negating. Fuck, I wish I had Book of Moon. Here's the onamat replay during the 2 exceeds. Is this... What's this? Is this just on DLM? Can I just find this? Yeah, I'll try to click the link. Yeah. Oh. A video? Oh, I don't trust videos, dude. I'm gonna I appreciate the link, but I don't really trust videos. If someone's got a replay, it's safe. Yeah, let's click this. Okay, we'll watch the video then. Fuck it. Brad says it's safe. I believe Brad. Let me just... How the fuck can I pull this up on stream properly? Let me just... Let me find a way to pull this up on stream real quick. Fuck. This is not gonna let me do it. OBS, why do you suck? OBS, you're actually a piece of shit. No, it's not fine here. OBS is being annoying. I could try video capture maybe. That is it's so much more work. Hang on, boys, give me a sec. You think I'm going to delete this part for the YouTube video? Probably not. I don't have the effort. Media source. Let's see if we just add the media source to it. Fuck, I have to find it in the downloads folder then. Why is it so hard to show a video on stream? Why does someone not just have a link? Come on. Alright, I'm gonna have to give up on it, boys. We'll go through the rest. Maybe we'll watch it at the end. We might watch it at the end. Okay, we'll watch it at the end. I'll keep that, I'll put it up on stream later. It's kind of aids for me to try and pull up like this. It'd probably be a lot easier if the window capture would find fucking Windows Media Player, whatever the shit it uses, but it doesn't really use it. Anyway, moving on. We'll go through that at the end. Photon Thrasher. Cannot be normal summoned or set. Must be special summoned from hand while you control no monsters. Oh, okay. So you use this card, tribute it, search this, special summon it. And then continue on with your full combo of these dudes. So this card's infinitely more useful, because it can search for these guys as well as just this thing that takes the special summon. Or a streamable link? Maybe. I know, have a look in a sec, Brad. I was waiting till after done the watch this. I'll click this. Oh, that works. Alright, here you go, boys. Here's the combo. See, thank you, Brad. Alright. Okay. Wait, this isn't even... Oh my god, is that an Abyss Dweller? So you could have this be the Negate or the Abyss Dweller. Oh damn, that's so good. You can have just a Negate here or an Abyss Dweller here. By the way, that's a spoiler alert, there's an Abyss Dweller in the box, by the way. But... Damn, that's so good. But this is using like you say this like, oh, this guy just got perfect hand or whatever. But keep in mind, the skill can search for all this shit. You can have this perfect hand every game, basically. I'd imagine it'd be super consistent. Like, you can't even say this is a perfect hand, because the skill just searches for it all. Holy shit. Yeah, that guy didn't even use a skill, he just had the hand, so fuck. It can't search do draw. I mean, do you need do draw on that hand? I didn't fully look through it all, but we'll see. We'll wait and find out. I assume it'll be pretty fucking consistent. And even if it isn't, just having just like one negate on board is already super irritating in Duel Links. There's not many decks that get around just having one negate, especially one that can be used twice. That's anyway. Alright, moving on. Alright, so this Photon card seems really good. It makes this card infinitely better. It's just a special summable level 4. It's literally just a special summon level 4 without a condition other than you can't have a monster on board, right? That's actually just really good. You can probably use this in other decks too. Do we have a we currently don't really have a special summonable level 4 without in a condition, right? We kind of have a couple, but I guess we have a couple already. And this one's specifically Photon, so it works with all these other Photon cards. I think I can think of one that we currently have that you just kind of special summon it. Yeah, you can use this with the new skill that's coming too. Alright, you can use this for synchros and stuff, which is why I'm noticing it for. It can be used in like a lot of just random stuff. So it might even be used outside of just Photon. It's going to be really good with Photon, because it combos with all this shit, but it can even be used outside of Photon too, which might be cool. Yeah, there's not a whole lot to say about it though, other than it's a really cool card. It's effect self-explanatory. It's going to be used in a bunch of... I'm not sure it'll be used in a bunch of stuff, but there's a good chance it would be, and it's definitely going to be used as like a 3-of in Photon, because you're just going to use this card. Especially like level duplication stuff. Like if you'd summon this guy... It just sounds so good. Why don't you probably wouldn't use level duplication, like, using the new skills. I won't use that, never mind. Now you won't play it 3, it becomes a brick, does it? Maybe. Super good for rank 4 toolbox. Like this stuff can also... We're talking about so much about onamat up here and stuff, but these cards can be used to summon these guys as well, or this guy at least. So, there's that. Hazy can use it, true. It's a good Hazy card. Card 3 is dangerous? I guess so, especially if you got a searcher for it, so you might just use that. I'm not sure how like much you want this as like your opening hand though. So if you want this in your opening hand every time, you'll just use it as 3, like if it's essential to your combo. I'm not sure though, because I haven't gone through this card yet, so... I'm not really sure what the deck's currently doing outside of just having these like rank 4 spam stuff. Alright, we'll wait to the, I'll give my final verdict on this and we go through this card. Alright. Abyss Dweller. 2 level 4 monsters. I assume a lot of you already know what this card does. While this card has a material attached that was originally water, all water monsters you control gain 500 attack. Wow, what a cool effect. Once per turn, as a quick effect, you can detach one material from this card. Your opponent cannot activate any card effect in their graveyard this turn. That's a pretty good effect. That is a goodbye any graveyard effects from your blue eyes and their stones. They're all gone. Not allowed to be played anymore. It is also a quick effect, by the way, so you can do it during your turn, you can do it during your opponent's turn. But I'm going to also point out that I think people exaggerate a bit too much on how good this card will be. Because it's obviously, like, we've kind of already gone through most of the graveyard meta already. It's not even like a Rip Thunder Dragon, because I guess it is a bit... Kind of, I guess. But they activate when they're mostly banished. So there's not a whole lot of cards this is good against outside of, like, Blue Eyes and maybe the Noble Knight it's super good against. But a lot of stuff just doesn't activate in graveyard like that. This is a Shark rank. Oh yeah, so there's a water monster, so it's good with Shark. Gives you the Atlantean pop, true. It gives you the Atlantean pop without having to have like a specific... like you don't have to have a specific thing, you can just use this and it'll give you a pop. Like you don't have to have like... I mean the Monsters of Fate doesn't have to have like a condition to activate, you can just activate it whenever you like. That's what I mean. Thinking that this is that almost every archetype going forward or may not be affected by this card, and this card will probably be taken into account. I just think this card's just like going to be super. It's easy, like if you have a rank 4 spam deck, there's a good chance you'll just run this card because it does negate a lot of stuff. But I think it's kind of overhyped on how good it is. Like it's not like we're playing in the Shiranui meta or anything. There's a lot. I don't really want to go through the tier list, but if we just look at some of the tier list decks, like it does affect a lot of these, but doesn't like kill them off. Like I don't think it would ruin Thunder Dragon's day really. It would hurt Noble Knights, but yeah, it would certainly hurt Noble Knights, but it only hurts Noble Knights if you already like remove the stuff they've got already. So you have to try and get a Bestower. Like in TCG, this card would be insane because you just summon a billion things, and you can also summon this card as well, just like an extra. In Duel Links, you can probably only summon like 2 Xyz monsters most. So you have to get out like your normal combo and then have an Abyss Dweller on top. You can't just summon Abyss Dweller and be like, right, this card's going to win the game for me. You know what I mean? So it's kind of hard to say this card's just like ridiculously insane in that way. In TCG, it's super good because there's a lot of ways to summon a bunch of stuff at once, whereas just doing your full combo and having a Abyss Dweller on top might be a bit much for Duel Links outside of like Onomatopoeia. Like you might just be better off running Necro Valley for most decks, because I think the only thing that it's mostly only Blue Eyes that like activate effects, whereas most things are trying to get cards out of the graveyard, so Necro Valley is just a better option anyway. But this is an extra deck card, so it can be summoned whenever, as opposed to Necro Valley you have to draw it. Kind of excellent. Yeah, we know that. Yeah. So like, I'm not trying to downplay. I'm not trying to like say this card's bad or no one's going to use it. It's probably still going to be used in every rank 4 deck. I'm just saying don't get super hyped about it. Like, don't say this card's like the game changer of Duel Links or anything. I think it's just going to be a really good tech card in basically any rank 4 deck just because they can run it. This is not necessarily going to counter a whole lot. We go through all these, but yeah. You get my point. It's obviously an insane card. It's used heavily in TCG. It's a great card. If you can get it out along with your combo, it's awesome. We already saw a replay a second ago of the Onomatopoeia summoning the big boy and having this out at the same time. That's a really nuts combo that limits your opponent a shit ton. But yeah. Like, I think personally, I'd prefer to have this dude and this guy out, I think. Unless, of course, you know you're playing against Blue Eyes or something. Alright, moving on to the final card of the box. The face of the box. Have we seen the animation for this, by the way? Has that been leaked as well? The Kite animation? So I might show that on stream maybe too. It's down below. Ooh, let's watch the animation first, actually. Holy shit, I'm stealing your content. This is going on YouTube anyway. Shout out to... Is this Random Blocks? I assume this is Random Blocks. Yeah, shout out to that guy. Go sub to his channel. Is that a foolish burial in your hand, mate? What's going on here? Alright, come on, let's... 9 minutes? Alright, mate, I just want to see the summon. What is going on here? Can we see the summon? Oh, there it is. Did I just skip it? Oh, alright, it's happening. Does he look really green for anyone else, or is that just me? I know I have like a lot of, it's kind of green to me. Maybe just my monitor color is like a bit dim because I've got a... Missed half of it. Oh, there's more to this animation? Oh, is there? Fuck. Alright, sorry. It is green? Ooh. I thought it'd be more blue than that. I mean, the galaxy part's sick as, but... Like, the actual like little galaxy part it does looks really cool. Wait, like, this part is cool as shit. But I think the actual animation and the actual color of it looks kind of gross. The animation's alright though. We'll give it a solid, you know, still a bit worse than maybe Alternative Eyes. But then my favourite animation is still the vampire snapping its fingers, if anyone knows that one. I fucking love that one. And that one's ugly as hell, so I can't really talk shit. They forgot to put the glow effect on the body. Oh god. Maybe just ran out of budget, honestly. Got halfway through the animation, just the budget ran out, they gave up. Vampire Lord? Hell yeah, that's a good animation. Anyway. Alright. You special summon this card from your hand by tributing 2 monsters with 2000 or more attack. So I believe this guy has 2,000. And this guy also has 2,000. This is why I'm not really sure you'd use this card, because you probably don't need this to summon this. You probably already have really easy ways to do it already. I wonder if this works with beatdown. Or like ties the binds. Can you ties the binds something then summon this? Like, that might be kind of a weird interaction. It's probably not going to be needed considering like the in-art type way is already easy, but it'd be kind of interesting. Probably, yeah. Interesting little interaction. You only use the. I'm pretty certain you're going to be using like the Photon skill or whatever it is with this. Although there's not a whole lot of like actual Photon cards we were given really, which is really odd. So that's all like Galaxy Cyclone. There's not a whole lot to search for. Anyway, during the battle step, if this card battles opponent's monster quick effects, you can target that monster, banish both this card from the field and that target, return those banished cards on the field in the battle stage. Battle phase. If you banished an exceeds monsters card gains 5 Oh, that's it? That's the only effect it has? I thought it had more than that. Huh. Right. So it's really easy to summon. It's kind of a weak boss monster. Melody searches it. True. Hey, you can use a melody, right? Melody to send this spell to use the the Lord of D guy to send this card to the graveyard to add melody. To add this guy, and then you can use the ritual spell from grave. Pog. Honestly, when I saw Photon in this box, I expected to see the actual Xyz monsters with the deck. I'm not really sure how this deck really works without them. Doesn't this deck like have an entire arsenal of Xyz monsters it's meant to go with it? It seems kind of poop without them. Like, what is the aim of this deck otherwise? You just summon this thing, it does not a whole lot. Otherwise I'd run them, not surprised. Because I was running them in Dark Lord, so. I think there was 2 rank, because I'm pretty familiar with them, I think. And there's 2 Galaxy Eyes rank 8s that, or like cards that I thought were okay. Like, they could just stick in Duel Links just because they can. I'd call Galaxy Eyes, right? Because we played all this in the Dark Lord deck in that video and it was pretty nuts. But there was 2 of them that are like, just like a pop 1. And I thought that was kind of okay to use. I don't know. I think I'm not really sure how to feel about it because like, this card by itself seems really like, there's not really, this deck doesn't do anything outside of, like, do you ever even want to summon this card? Like, would you want to tribute off these 2,000 attacks to summon this? It doesn't seem like it does. It seems like it does absolutely nothing. But as like a rank 4 toolbox engine, you know, it doesn't seem that bad. Is this like I'm missing here, chat, with this card, or is this like is actually just like nothing for the Photon deck to go into? Is there no random spell or something I missed that combos with this that makes it insane or anything? Does it like actually do anything? Galaxy Eyes is designed to hard counter Xyz monsters, banish in battle phase to remove their materials. I mean, you could just karma cut the opponent's monster and it removes its materials. As well as itself. Like, the skill seemed insane, but I don't really see like a point in using the deck. Is it a target? Really? Oh, it is a target when it's swinging in? That is so weird too. Style each player from the selection box. Also look at leaked cards above from some level ups. Oh, the level up rewards. Okay, that might help. Okay, so we'll go through all these. These are the leaked for what's his face, Kite. Photon Charge Man. Once per turn, you can make this card's attack become double its original attack till in its center phase. Okay, we don't care. The new Acceleration Cannon. Tribute 1 monster and inflict damage to your opponent equal to the half the monster's original attack. If you can take this card, you can activate. Okay, doesn't really do anything either. Photon Slasher. If a face-up Xyz monster is on the field, you can special summon this card from your hand in face-up defense position. Select an extender piece. I think we prefer to have like cards that are already for the initial combo rather than cards that extend afterwards. I'm not particularly sure we'd use this, especially because it's like a level 5. Do we even have any level 5s that were in the Photon like archetype at all? I'm not sure about that one. Alright, either way. Photon Stream of Destruction. If you control a galaxy-ized monster, target one card on the field, banish that target. You activate this effect, this card during your turn, unless you control a galaxy. Okay, so this card makes it a little bit better, because you can summon your boss monster, use your skill to search for this, then you have, I guess it's a karma cut, or something you can use during your turn as well, so it's a better karma cut. Is that enough to make this deck any good though? I don't know, man. Yeah, the skill searches for this. I don't think this is enough to make the skill good, the actual deck good though. Not made it fun, maybe. I'm thinking I might actually give this a hard pass. Not the actual box, because I'm super interested in just these engines themselves. Like I can make multiple decks. Like if I just get one copy of this, one copy of this, one copy of both of these, I can already just like make a bunch of random rank 4 decks into like one random rank 4 engines into random videos, as well as making the onomatopoeia video. So I could even just go through this box once and I've already got enough to really make stuff out of it. I might pass on going through the full Photon Dragon stuff though. Yeah, I think I might just go one run through of the box. That's gonna be really odd though. How do I do a box opening if I'm just doing one run through? That sounds like a really boring box opening. Very cheap box though. You just want to have an Xyz update? This is a really good box for that. I'm not super keen on the Photon stuff though. Let's continue with the leaked cards though. I might be missing something. Star Liege Lord Galaxion. 2 level 4 Photon monsters. Once per turn you attach 1 or 2 Xyz to this card, apply this effect, depending on the number you attached. 1. Special summon Galaxy-ized Photon Dragon from your hand. Okay, that's pretty good considering we can search for the guy. That's actually, wait, that makes the deck a lot better on its own, just because you can actually just have another beat stick to go with this guy. You summon these two together, search for your dude, Xyz into this, summon one from hand. Okay, 2. Special summon guys. Oh, that's it, okay. I can even summon straight from deck, so you didn't have to search for it. Huh. Alright, so that makes the deck certainly a lot better. But is it better enough for me to go through the box enough times to get 3 copies of these fucks? I'm not sure. The actual deck seems a lot better now. Especially considering you only really need like 2 of these, 1 of these. Because you can just search it either with this card, or you can literally search it out with the Xyz monster, or summon it with the Xyz monster. So you don't open it nuts? Opening Thrash on 1 level 4? Yeah. Okay, I mean that certainly improves the deck exponentially, honestly. I thought the deck was complete garbage until then. The fact you just tribute 2 monsters to summon a not so optimal boss monster, this guy at least gives you a 2000 attack and a 3000 attack, potentially with Photon Stream of Destruction searched for via a skill. You got to banish. You know, you got to banish and 2 lots of potentially swinging it in. You have a pretty good use for just like, maybe just some silly OTK deck. Especially considering the skill can also search for like Galaxy Cyclone or whatever, so you might just use that to remove background or something. Maybe the deck's a lot better than I think it is, but probably only as a going second deck, I'd imagine. I'm not sure how good going first this would be. I guess going first you could just summon fucking this dude and pass. So maybe the deck could be alright. Maybe it is alright. Maybe it's a lot better than I'm thinking. I don't think it's going to be meta relevant, because I think there's going to be better versions of Xyz decks out there, but I think it's actually a lot more playable than I thought. Read Red Spectre's comment. You add Galaxy Eyes to hand, return it for the spell, and spell summon from the deck. Oh, that's so good. That's a nuts combo, you're not wrong. Yeah, you're right. There's a point of that one out. Alright, well, I take back a lot of what I said about the deck not being playable. I think just the fact alone this card exists makes it so much better. This card is really good. I just don't know how much I'm going to spend on this box, honestly, though, because, like, I could probably go through the box one full time, and we've probably just got enough to make the deck anyway. Like, the fact you can have this dude to search for this guy, if I got like one copy of this, maybe 2 copies, and just use these guys, and just all gonna work together. Alright, I'll certainly give this deck a shot though. I think you only really need to go through the box once, and you have a pretty good deck already. Alright, okay, I'm so impressed they gave us this card though, because normally the level up rewards aren't that good, but they gave us a level up reward that's like, it's a good level up reward. That's impressive, Konami. They haven't really given us a good level up reward since fucking, I don't know. I think when Darkside Dimensions was released, they gave us some good level ups, I think. Like, it's been a while. Some proper good level ups, so I'll take it. Alright, Satellite Cannon. This card cannot be destroyed in battle with a level 7 or lower monster. It's 0 defense, okay. During each of your end phases, this card gains 1,000 attack. If this card attacks, it increases its attack is. So you can sit. Okay, so the aim of this card is you sit it on the board and then you just scale it to infinity and you try to make sure it can't be removed. I mean, it's not gonna happen. Your opponent will eventually summon a level 8 and beat over it, I guess. It sounds really funny, actually. It sounds like a really fun meme deck. You just stuff this thing on the board and you just sit it there. You run as much protection for it as possible, so it scales up so you can OTK. It's also level 5, so you have to tribute summon it too. Use power of the card into it. Shut up. Alright, I like that card. Amusing card. Satellite Laser Beam. Satellite 3 of this? Okay. Must be fusion summoned. Once per turn during your end phase, this card gains 3,000 attack. Ooh. If this card attacks, its increased attack returns to 0 after turn scan. If this card attacks turns to a monster, inflict piercing damage. What kind of a dumb deck is this? Alright, I mean, that's a pretty amusing level up reward. I don't think I'm necessarily going to be playing it, but it does sound kind of funny. Fuck, it's kind of hard to get out though. If you look at overlay capture from the normals, it's a hard counter to Utopia, make it... Oh my god. The thing that removes materials? Holy shit, Utopia's gone from the game. It's just completely countered. Farm cards? Oh, true, actually. You just sit this on the board, scale infinitely. If they have no way to destroy it, like they don't summon a level 7, you can summon this with that dude's skill that just summons a monster you can use to tribute summon, whatever the fuck he's... The 2 bald guys that can use it.
Hey, big brother, can I watch SpongeBob?
Shut up, Mokuba. I'm busy flagging YouTube videos to compensate for the fact that I have an extremely small penis.
Oh.